Girls who took notes using 50 different colored pens, where are you now? Do you still continue to write using all those colors?
I will never forget sitting in class and asking the girl sitting next to me for a pen, and she turns back to me with a straight face and says to me, "What color?" Edit, this blew up. Thank you for the award, that marks my first, but hopefully not the last.
Hit me.
Your username adds volumes to your comment.
I used different ink and highlighter colors to compensate for terrible ad. I work in a chemistry lab now. Sometimes I'll still use brightly colored pens to record my results for fun, but I don't ever switch between colors/color code anything anymore. All the different colored ink/highlighting helped me remember my notes come exam time, so now that I'm out of college, I don't need to switch between colors. I low-key miss color coding and taking notes sometimes, though.
When you took the time to color code during class, did you ever become seriously behind as the teacher moved on? If so, how did you compensate?
No, not really. I would write my original notes and only switch colors every now and then during the lectures. After class, though, I would recopy and reorganize my notes very thoroughly, and that's when the color coding would take place. It's honestly a great system. I never really had to study because I could remember my notes so well after doing this. 10/10 would recommend.
Same here. I use this technique through HS and college. Pay close attention and take brief notes in class. Read text and revise notes. Use a condensed outline or notepads to review/study. Generally, after going over/revising the notes in different formats, very little studying was needed, and I retained the info much longer.
That's still a lot of studying, emo. My technique of looking at notes 5 minutes before a test probably won't work for higher level college classes though. We all became bullet journalists.
I moved that the term bullet journalists replace war correspondents.
Does that mean wankers are Palm Pilots?
Daphiles.
Files.
I work in an office setting now and do still like to use different colored pens for things, if the situation allows it. I don't know if this will make sense to anyone else, but I love colors. I especially like the idea of colors being associated with ideas, personalities, names or themes. Oh, today is Monday. I think orange is a good Monday color. Pink is Friday. Green is Wednesday. I love how Windows 10 allows me to change the colors of tiles so that my computer seems more like me. I am constantly changing the colors of my Apple Watch face. I dunno. I think I have a problem. Ada, the thoughts and discussions being shared here have been very interesting and eye-opening. Thanks for the silver as well. Smile. I do just want to add that I am fairly certain I do not have synesthesia. I know someone that does, and from my very limited knowledge of it, it isn't a voluntary association of colors like mine probably would be. I always automatically like to associate stuff with color or mood, but I don't know that it happens involuntarily. Think of what I do as more of what happens in the video game Persona 5, where each character has a color associated with them intentionally. I love that kind of stuff.
On Wednesdays we wear pink. I think they're teachers now, and yes, they still use all those colors.
This is the proof that girls who used color pens will eventually become a guy.
That's just science, folks.
It's big brain time.
I'm a high school English teacher, and there's a big correlation between note-taking skills and success in my classes. Color coding notes definitely helps.
Wait, what? Teachers do approve of it? My teachers used to tell me I'd fail either high school and or higher education because I was wasting too much time on my colors. Edit, an autocorrect induced typo that apparently is telling beyond reasonable doubt that I don't know my grammar.
I have a few friends that do that. One of them is studying to be a doctor, moved the colored pens to a tablet to easily switch colors. Another wants to become a sign language translator, keep forgetting the actual term.
Her lab coat is tie-dyed, so I wouldn't be surprised, lol.
Where can I go to study where I can tie dye my lab coat? Because looking at the same white for the whole duration of the lab with everyone working monotonously is getting to me.
Anyway, just say you had a rainbow incident in the lab and refused to answer any follow-up questions.
And make up and sign your own NDA stating you can't talk about it. That way you're not actually lying when you say the NDA you signed doesn't let you talk about it.
I'm a medical lab technician. I took notes with 1 million different colored pens in college, up until 2 years ago. I graduated at age 41. Just bought myself a nice new set of gel pens. Real talk, multiple colors really helped me categorize and compress complex ideas into things I could remember. It helped a lot in understanding the material and studying for tests.
I'm a lab technologist and I studied the same way. Using the different colors to write important information really helped it stand out in my brain. Plus, anything that makes studying even a little more fun helps.
I still color code based on class. Each class has a color. This color includes the folder color, the pen color, the sticky note color that the assignments are written on and placed in my planner on the date they are due. I also teach intro statistics to undergraduates, where I also color code parts of the equations and the values that get inserted to the equation, so the students can see where the numbers come from more easily. Edited to change kids to students. That was a poor word choice on my part. Apologies.
You're my favorite type of math teacher. All of the teachers who used color to help me learn math were the ones who actually got stuff to stick. A guy classmate of mine did this. One of the smartest in the class. His notes were fantastic. He's an engineer now and has a great family life from what I see on his FB. Cool guy. Jason, if you're reading this, you rock, my dude.
My wife did this when we were in school and she still loves using multicolored pens for everything she can. She even uses her own pretty colors for writing in the labels for things at work. You can always tell work that was done by her from everyone else's. A true ray of sunshine. Edit. I told my wife about all the upvotes on this comment and she is thrilled about all the attention, smile. Edit 2. 1:27 7 p.m. Thank you so much to both of the kind strangers who awarded this comment. Never thought it would blow up so much. The wife is happy, smile.
r/so damn wholesome. Wish that was a real sub.
Just created it.
Why? There's already few wholesome subs.
A few wholesome ones too.
My grade 9 science teacher forced us all to do it. He said that by color coding everything you understood the material better because you had to think about it longer to color code it and understand what other things it was associated with. Not just zone out and go into transcribing mode. He also made us do end of unit study guides. They had to be color coded, a set amount of drawings, and unit words and definitions. The drawings were doodles based on things in the unit. He would mark them and hand them back for the test, which was great because he knew if he needed to help us with something before we bombed the test. He was also a MMA fighter with cauliflower ears and not the type of guy you would expect to demand rainbow-colored notes. Edit. There's a lot of people asking for examples, so I'll make one up this afternoon.
But did it work?
Sure did. I and pretty much everyone else used it all the way through school.
This comment is the best part of your story.
Hey, you've listened to if an MMA fighter was making you take notes.
Damn straight I would.
There's a PM at my company that does this. No idea how the hell she has the focus and time to take such detailed Technicolor dream notes during meetings, but I've never had a problem with getting any relevant info from her, so macron /__/ macron. Gotta respect note-taking game like that.
Technicolor Dream Notes is the best phrase I've heard all day.
Josie and the astounding Technicolor Dream Note.
Jose the arousing Technicolor Dreamboat.
Staring. Mark Anthony.
Octavian dislike that.
I am a med student now. Also I am failing because I no longer have time to use fancy pens and prepare colorful notes for all my classes.
Doctor, here the first week of med school was hell because I didn't have time to switch pens during lecture. I changed to typing my notes out and recording the lecture, and then highlighting the notes later with different colored highlighters, or rewriting if I had time. Which, lol. Some note-taking programs were intuitive with changing up font colors quickly. I can't remember the program I used. This was on a Mac, and the icon was a unicorn. What was actually nice about this is that I could listen to the lecture again at my own pace, which was something I had never done before. My study group could pause and discuss confusing topics if we needed, or we could look up YouTube videos and stuff to help explain things better. Don't let med school dim your rainbow, unicorn, rainbow. Edit, because I'm one of those psychos that kept all of my notes, here's some. Sauce https://imgur.com/a/ppxgmtd, though this example has colored pens.
My wife is an intern this year, and did almost the same thing in med school. She didn't record the lecture, but typed them up, and had some app on her iPad that let her highlight, and make little notes in different colors. Once she found that app, she was so much happier.